Hey folks, welcome to Transplant Helper again today. My name is Jim Merle, and I've been asked quite a number of questions recently since I did my initial review and my giveaways about the VOG mask, and particularly asking questions like, Jim, how long do you recommend we wear a mask post-transplant? Now, let me say in the beginning, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm certainly not a part of your team, so please take their recommendations as priority over mine. However, I have dealt with this for quite a while personally, as well as my experience in dealing with other patients from other teams all over the country. And I would say the basic general rule of thumb or recommendation for wearing a mask post-transplant is going to be basically about 3 months. And the reasoning behind that is because they understand as doctors that your immune system is going to be placed at its lowest point for about the first 3 months post-transplant. Of course, that's for good reason. That's to try to prevent rejection, to try to keep your body from fighting off its new organ, new graft, and really just to make you safe overall and give you the best chance of survival. So they have to give you the medication, lower your immune system, and therefore what that does in turn is makes you more susceptible to some of the colds, flus, viruses, and potential sicknesses that you could be getting out and about in life. And so for about the first 3 months is probably a good general rule of thumb. Now, in most cases, many of us, not all certainly, but many of us experience about a 6 to 12 week recovery anyway, whether it's in the hospital or nearby the hospital where you're constantly doing basically nothing in life but going to clinic to begin with, and you're being constantly checked and blood work drawn. When you really kind of have an umbrella covering over you, or if you will, you're in kind of a cocoon where you're not out traveling. You're not out in huge, monstrous crowds. And so, yeah, there's a period in which they're really kind of helping you with that, but it's always still a good idea during that period also, even though that covers the majority of the first 3 months, that you be masking up when you're out and about like that. And then it's also recommended for sure that you're always masked up when you go out into very large crowds, like you might encounter in an airport or a train station, or maybe out in a mall or something like that. Be sure you're masking up in that case. And as I like to recommend for extra safety, I always say, it's a good idea to mask up, wash up, and glove up, even if you have to, but be sure that you are safe. Now, I would add to those recommendations not only, very public places like airports, train stations, malls. I would add to that churches. I would add to that schools, that sort of place. Just generally, use your best judgment to know when to do that, and especially be cautious to do that during the peak of cold and flu season. And generally speaking, depending on what part of the country or world you're in, that might take place between the months of October all the way into April. So be especially cautious during those months, and especially be cautious when you're going directly into a hospital, a doctor's office, a clinic where everybody knows somebody there is sick and probably has something you do not want. So be cautious, mask up, wash up, glove up, whatever you got to do. Protect yourself, because know that your immune system is very low inside of the first 3 months and then out to a year. Now, after that point, after that 3 month to 1 year point, I'll tell you the truth, I still wear a mask when I go into certain places, doctor's offices, hospitals, schools, that sort of thing. And I always wear a mask, and I'll wear one anywhere, any day, anytime if I know that someone around me potentially could be sick, like during flu season. So use precaution, use your best judgment, and I think you'll be fine. But I appreciate you watching this video today. I appreciate you joining me on the program. If it's helped you out in any way, how about go ahead and give me a big thumbs up, maybe even share this out to one of your friends or family members which might benefit from it, as well as today is your day. If you've not already subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and subscribe beneath the video. Maybe hit the bell notification out beside that, as hopefully I can continue to provide you with content which will advocate, educate, and motivate you as a transplant patient. Know that you're always in my prayers, and until next time, please stay stronger, friends.